Welcome, folks, to downtown Atlanta and Mercedes-Benz Stadium, site of this year's Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl and, of course, part of the college football playoff. We've reached the semifinal stage, one last hurdle to clear before that national championship game. And today we're going to find out who's got the toughness and the depth to continue their drive and keep championship dreams alive. As we'll see the number 11 seed in this playoff, the Miami Hurricanes, taking on the number 7 seed in the playoff, the Oregon Ducks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined by Kirk Herbstreit. And here we go, a college football playoff semifinal. Which team will keep their national championship hopes alive today? The kickoff team is out there, and here we go with this playoff semifinal game. He'll take the return and try to get some better field position. Stop at the 22. That's pretty solid coverage there. The Hurricanes offense will be the first up today. Of course, this game in Atlanta, I think, is the mecca of college football. And over the years here in the Peach Bowl, we've seen underdog teams like UCF and Houston really come in here and make their own piece of history.
And, Chris, think about it. The Peach Bowl, kind of like the Cotton Bowl, has been a major winner in this playoff expansion. They have put on a great game, and they've already had some memorable moments. Who could forget in 2022, the field goal in the game that potentially wins it for Ohio State was kicked in 2022 and wide left and hits the ground in the year of 2023.
Caught behind the line. It's Pauling. They'll stop him at the 34. That will be a first down.
Defenses all around the country have got to do a better job of keeping an eye on these little guys from the slot. They can dismantle a defense with their speed and quickness in the open space.
Keeping it on the ground here. The gain is 2 yards, so it's 2nd and 8.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
Important 2nd down play coming up. He'll hand it off. And the play is good enough for a first down. They'll move the ball to the 44.
Good, tough running here by this Miami Hurricane running back. A nice job up front to be able to pave the way, to be able to come up with a Canes first down. And I'll tell you, the way he's playing right now, all those famous alumni that Miami has, got to be watching this game and being very proud.
Breaks loose at the 40. It's a big gain across midfield down inside the 35.
Well, this is what coaches love to see. A quarterback with the ability to read the defense properly and then just get it to the open man. Sometimes it sounds simple, but it's tough to execute. This time we have good recognition by the quarterback. Then he gets it down to the tight end. You can see what he can do after the catch.
That's a nice wrap-up there by the junior.
It's exactly what you want to see as a play caller. You get positive yards to be able to kind of keep you on schedule as a play caller. That's all you can ask for. Good job up front and a nice run.
Caught in the backfield. It's Pauling. They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time.
But it's another completion by this quarterback. Another great gain and a first down, and already over 30 yards through the air. This quarterback is in a zone here to start this game.
Snapping it from the red zone now, looking to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Hurricanes. We come out in the playoff game for no signs of rust for the offense immediately.
Yeah, no jitters at all. After the layoff, I wondered how they might be able to come out and communicate and actually just the rhythm to the offense. But they did not hesitate. They set the tone early. Now they got themselves a lead.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. And it's 7-0 after the PAT. Kickoff team's on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. And it's fielded. Can the returner make something happen here? And he stopped at the 20, trying to make something happen, but that's good coverage there. So Oregon's offense comes out for their first possession today. All right, Kirk, let's take a quick look at the impact players for today's game and how the outcome.
These are your leaders on the field and in the locker room. These are your go-to guys, not only when you need a play to be made, but also when you need somebody to rally your team.
First down play call. How aggressive will it be? And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun.
Hey, it's a great job of this defense containing the running game. But if I'm calling the plays, I'm not abandoning the running game just yet. I think it's important to have some sense of balance. So throwing and running is essential. Stick with it.
Second down after that run on the previous play. And the motion by the back now forces the defense to adjust. Makes the grab. It's Whittington. They get him down quickly. Not much of a gain on that completion.
Wow, they get positive yards here. I have a sense they wanted a little bit more with that pitching catch.
Offense looking to convert on 3rd and short from the 27. Looking downfield. It's Moore. Can't hold on. Good defensive play. Brings up a 4th down.
It has been a tough first half in this playoff game for this offense. They cannot get anything going through the air. Not only are they down the scoreboard, but there's really nothing to build around as we get ready to go into the second half.
He's brought down, but a good effort to make something of that return. And here comes the Miami offense back out onto the field. Great possession last time. They punch it into the end zone. Can the defense come up with a stop this time? Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. Powerful running into the secondary. They get the senior to the ground, but it's a nice run there.
Well, just a great play by the running back here. Just finding his lanes and exploding through the gap when it opened up.
So the offense with the 1st and 10 now. The football placed exactly at midfield. They'll hand it off. They get him down, but the gain moves the ball to the +40. Offense comes up to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before the quarter expires. Looking to throw it on 1st down. He's going to pull it down and run. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs. Kirk, as we take a break for the quarter here, it's Miami in front. And the first quarter is in the books. What is a huge opportunity for both these programs to get a step closer to a national championship. So here we go. First play of the quarter. The offense has a 1st down. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. Looks over the middle, and that's complete. They make the tackle, but that pass creates a solid gain.
How about the arm strength from this quarterback? He really didn't have any other option than to put it right in there and give it everything that he had. Great timing and a good job of squeezing that in between the defenders.
Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a 1st down.
Hello, Mr. Defensive Coordinator. You may want to account for the quarterback. Are you kidding me? A quarterback scramble for this many yards? You got to make adjustments. Account for this guy's legs.
They'll try to run it in on 1st and goal. Stop for no gain. Defense very stubborn here down near the goal line.
Well, that's a great play all around by this defense. Your first-level defenders hold their own at the point of attack, allowing the second- and third-level players to roam free and make the tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Nice job by this defense on that 2nd down, so we now have 3rd down and goal. The offense could be thinking about 4-down situation. They need to put the ball into the end zone. They don't want to settle for a field goal here.
Offense moving backwards here, a long way from the goal line now. 3rd and goal, they'll try to run it in. He's swarmed by the defense.
Well, great stop here by this defense to bring us to 4th down in decision time for the head coach. You go the easy route with a field goal, or this close to the goal line, you take a chance to try to get that touchdown.
Big play for both teams. Can the offense punch it in? 4th and goal from the 2. On the ground, trying to punch it in for the score. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Canes.
I think they completely caught this defense off guard. 4th down and goal, I think everybody thinks the quarterback's going to have the ability to run or throw. Instead, they run the football in here, and they somehow get this touchdown.
And they get set now to try the PAT. With the PAT, they take a 14-0 lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. Looks like the returner will try and field this one. He'll be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. And the powerful Ducks offense retakes the field. They're coming off a quick 3 and out, so looking to put something together on this drive with a little more urgency. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. A quick juke. And the broken tackle there produces a solid gain. And the Ducks come to the line in the hurry-up. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw it. He's got it for a big gain. They bring him down to the 38, but that's good enough for a 1st down. No huddle here for the offense.
Boy, nice completion here by this Oregon offense to be able to show you it's not just about the quarterback's ability to run. Often you associate that with that Oregon quarterback, right? That dual threat guy that can run it. Do not forget about their ability to throw the football out in Eugene. Think about Darren Thomas, the career that he had. Started for a few years, took his team all the way to the national championship, made some big throws. And Justin Herbert. Of course, enough said, we see it every NFL Sunday what he can do. 4-year starter for the Ducks. We're still seeing these Ducks quarterbacks being able to throw the football.
Tough running there. Breaks a tackle, picks up the 1st down.
Boy, good job up front by this offensive line, and a nice job by the back. Pick up the 1st down. And honestly, Chris, this is what I think about when I think of Oregon. I know the uniforms and the flash and the dash and all the different things that people associate with this program. This is what I think about. Toughness. Ability to run the ball when they have to pick up 1st downs. And they did it right there.
The Ducks will have 1st and 10 here. So we've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense trying to get something going here and cut into this lead before halftime. Here's a 1st and 10 play. Offense switches it up here, looking to throw the ball now. And he just throws it away there. Safe move. Had nobody open. 2nd down play coming up. To the air. It's Moore. He's running out of time here. He's going to be brought down by that ferocious pass rush. Nice sack. And now the defense will call a timeout here. There's something they didn't like about that look, and they'll make an adjustment before this important play. 7th play of the drive coming up, but it is 3rd down and long. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. They've got him again. That ferocious pass rush. Back-to-back sacks. And now a timeout quickly called by the defense as they try to get everybody on the same page here. The Ducks will have to kick this away. On for his 2nd punt of the game. His 1st one was a beauty. And the return. And the Miami offense is back on the field. In that last touchdown drive, they just pounded away with the running game. Let's see if they can do it again. Takes the handoff. It's Martinez. He's wrapped up nicely there by the freshman.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but I've been always impressed with the defenses that really build their defense to play in space, still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
First down here for this offense. And the quarterback drops back looking for an open man. And here comes a deep shot. Defense breaks it up. Nice play. Incomplete.
But, Chris, the offense takes a shot downfield, and this defender does a great job of making a play on the ball. Not only that, he tips that ball up into the air. Good chance for the defense to come up with an interception there.
Easy throw to a wide-open receiver downfield. That's a big gain deep into plus territory. They'll spot it near the 30. And the Canes hustle to the line to run the hurry-up. First down, looking to throw the football. And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here. Oh, and it's batted down by the defense. Great play to deny a touchdown.
Chris, that ball's tipped up into the air, and it's anybody's football. The defense, first of all, does a great job of anticipating a throw down in the red zone, and they're in great position to knock that ball up. But it was exciting to see, would anybody come up with it once it was in the air?
Wow, back-to-back deep shots. And it's caught. Touchdown for the U.
Great job here by the play caller going to that 5 wide receiver set. He put all these guys out in space and create one-on-one matchups. Very tough on this defense to try to win all the matchups and give the quarterback credit for being able to find where he wanted to go to be able to come up with that touchdown.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. They add the extra point, and the lead now 21-zip. So an important touchdown just before halftime. Not much time for the opposing offense to try to answer before the break. Return starts from inside the 5. Makes it to the 16. That's good coverage there. So it's first down, but they'll just kneel down before halftime here. Looks like the offense is content to run out the clock here and just take it to intermission. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update.
Chris, we wondered all week what this matchup would look like. So much at stake in this win-or-go-home game. And we've been treated to a fabulous first 2 quarters of playoff football. It's been a fun start to this one, and this offense has really been the story. They've opened up a sizable lead, and unless something drastic changes, things might get even more out of hand. A combination of lethal efficiency, and that offensive line has been the key. They've mauled that defense and also just about broken their will. That's it for us from our EA Sports Studios in Orlando. Let's head back to Chris and Kirk for the exciting conclusion of this one, where we'll find out who is moving on in the CFP.
And the returner will be brought down. And the Oregon offense is back out on the field. Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. And they'll start the third quarter here on the ground. The pickup is 7 yards. Now it's 2nd and 3. The Ducks come up to the line in the hurry-up. They'll go with the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. Minimal gain brought down short of the marker. 3rd urgency now for the offense that hate to come up empty on this drive, down multiple scores. And they pick up the first on the ground. Tackled right at the 30, good enough to move the sticks. And the Ducks will line up on 1st and 10.
This is why they're in the playoff, right? Not just the ability to throw the ball, but you get to a critical moment, a 3rd down. You trust that offensive line to come up with a 1st down, and they get it.
It's a short completion at the big tight end. They bring down the receiver, but that's a nice gain on that play.
Great execution on the RPO. Quarterback does a nice job as he's putting the ball into the belly of the back, making sure to read his key. This defense was determined. They came up to stop the run. Quarterback saw it, pulled it out, hit the quick slant right behind it for some great yards.
He'll be taken down, but he does have a 1st down yardage. The Ducks keep the football on the move. And 1st down, right back to the running game. They tackle him, but the gain moves the ball to the 36. And now the timeout is called by the defense. They've got some things to work out here. The offense looks fired up to begin the 2nd half. That's the kind of play they've needed to give them a spark.
Absolutely. I know they're down in this game. Clearly something was said at halftime to try to get this offensive line engaged, and it looks like it's working. They're playing with a different kind of energy. Let's see if they can do it again.
Offense lines up. This is the 7th play now on this drive. Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. And he heads out of bounds after gaining a few yards. So now it's 3rd and short from the 30. Chance for the defense to make a play here and perhaps force a field goal attempt. Looking to pass. It's Moore. He flips it to the back across the middle. And they wrap him up, but the gain is good enough for a 1st down. The offense right to the line, playing with tempo now.
Good job by this offensive line and a great throw by the quarterback.
And he's brought down. Offense going backwards with the sack.
Great call here by the defensive coordinator, sending that linebacker on the blitz, and it works out for the sack. And tell you, Miami linebacker play over the years, I would put up there with anybody in the country.
2nd and long for this offense after the sack. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside handoff. Able to fight for a decent gain here in that running play.
It's a good, solid gain. 5 or 6 yards. Love to see that from the running game.
The 11th play of this marathon drive, but it's 3rd and long now. Dropping back, looking to throw for the 1st down. It's picked off. He tried to fire the ball into a tight window. Not much on the return. Tackle at the 17, but a big interception for this defense.
Well, this defense has been great the entire football game here. They knew they had a lot of pressure on them in the playoff. They stepped up and played well all game long, and now they get a critical interception here late in this game.
And the Hurricanes offense retakes the field. They've really built momentum in this game. They've been hard to stop. Can the defense make some adjustments, come up with a stop here? They'll stop him at the 34. That will be a 1st down.
You know, everybody always wants to talk about quarterbacks today and receivers, and don't get me wrong, that's a big part of the evolution of the game and where we are. But man, for me, as a fan, when I'm watching a game, there's just something satisfying about the teams and the offenses that still have backs that can carry the ball and come up with plays like that. Move those sticks and keep this drive going.
He's moving out of the pocket now. Quarterback takes off now, looking to scramble. Then he'll run out of bounds after picking up a few yards on the play.
You know, they tried to catch this defense napping on 1st and 10 by taking a shot downfield. The defense does their job. They've got everybody covered. But I'm telling you, you better account for this quarterback because he can take off when things aren't there and use his legs, and he does that for the 1st down.
Here's the 2nd down play. Change of pace now, looking to throw the football. The pocket breaking down. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw that time. And now 3rd down coming up. We come to the line, a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. He's looking deep here. Pass hauled in inside the 15. Out of bounds, but not before a huge gain. Offense gets a fresh set of downs. And the replay booth has signaled they want to stop and have another look at this one. Looks like they got the ruling on the field right the first time. They confirm it with the review. The Hurricanes with 1st and 10 here. Little eye candy here from the offense. Some pre-snap motion. An inside give now from the shotgun. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in 3rd down. What is an offense doing on 3rd down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend 1st down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that 1st down.
Kirk, as we take a break for the quarter here, it's Miami in front with 3 quarters in the books with a chance to stay alive with a playoff at stake. Let's take a quick look at the stats so far. Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a 2nd down play. And it's incomplete on a very quick throw.
Well, I'm a big fan of the RPO, but it is a dangerous play for the quarterback. You got to make the right decision. On this play, it just seemed like he was a little hesitant, unsure, and it cost him here with an incompletion.
Quick throw. That's an RPO caught on the left side. He's not going to get the 1st down. It's 4th down now.
Well, anytime an offensive coordinator calls a wide receiver screen, he's trying to get offensive linemen out in front of the receiver to create a wall so that receiver can pick a lane to run through. How about the defense here, though? That's called team pursuit and swarming to the football. They didn't give him any lanes, so not much yards downfield for the receiver.
He's not going to get there. The defense rises up and makes a huge 4th down stop.
This is the chance you take here as an offensive coordinator and a play caller. You go for it here, you draw it up perfectly, you think this is the right play, and then the execution is not there. So the defense catches a break, and they get the ball back to their own offense.
He is a load to bring down. Finally, a strong tackle by the cornerback gets him. Back to pass. It's Moore. Lets it fly to the wideout. Throws a fastball, but it's intercepted. Follows the pick with a nice return before finally being brought down.
Boy, would this quarterback love to have this one back. They're trying to work themselves back into this game here in the 2nd half, and the defense comes up with a big turnover that could be the nail in the coffin.
And here comes the Miami offense back out onto the field. And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff. Defense stops him, but that's a solid gain.
That's a great way to start this drive after taking over in really good field position, working with the lead. Chance here for a knockout punch.
2nd down, looking to throw it. Looking to the end zone. Looking for a touchdown, but it's incomplete.
That ball just seemed to sail on him. You got to make sure to give your receiver a chance to be able to come down with a catch and bounce, because in today's game, man, these receivers make catches like this all the time. And if you put the ball out of bounds, you're not going to give them that opportunity.
Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. And he'll drop back here on 3rd down. Touchdown, Miami. And the beatdown continues. Now just a brilliant game for this quarterback. With a spot in the natty on the line, we need you guys to step up, and this guy has delivered so far today.
You know, it's just everything coming together. The preparation that he put in leading into this game, the offense doing their job and taking care of him, the receivers running good routes. Everything right now is clicking for this offense and this quarterback.
Automatic on the PAT. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. He's going to return it from near the goal line. And he's tackled at the 21. That's where the drive will start. And that powerful Oregon offense retakes the field. This drive is important. Last one ended in an interception. Let's see if they can get it going here. And And looking to throw now on first down. Under pressure, just lets it go. Able to throw it away. He felt the heavy pressure, took a hit, but got rid of the football.
Well, this defense has been lights out all year long. In fact, it's been one of the best pass defenses in the country. Big reason why they're in this playoff, and they're living up to that standard today.
Running out of time in the pocket. And the sophomore's got him for a sack.
Man, how impressive have these guys been in this football game. I really expected to see a very different outcome with the hype of this quarterback and the way he's played most of this year. But this defense has held him under 200 yards passing. They've got a nice lead, and they are not sitting back and resting on their laurels. They're applying more pressure, and they come up with a sack here.
Down late, they'll keep the offense on the field, trying to chip away at this lead. Trying for a fourth down completion. Looking to throw it deep. Deep ball is caught for a huge gain here. Breaks into the clear. It's a sprint. Touchdown, Oregon. No chance to catch him.
Love this never-say-die attitude from this quarterback. He's still slinging it out there. This game's out of reach, but this guy's still putting the ball in the air, and this one's a touchdown.
And they tack on the extra point. I believe they're lining up to attempt an onside kick. And the receiving team has recovered. Looks like the hands team did its job. And the Miami offense is back on the field. Defense shoves him out of bounds. Not much of a gain there.
Oh, that's exactly what you don't want to do as a running back here in the fourth quarter. Working with the lead, it's all about eating up that clock and keeping the ball on the ground, which they tried to do. But now he stops the clock by going out of bounds.
Keep it on the ground to work the clock here. And tackled after a small pickup there. So the ball placed right at the 50. Offense looking to pick up the first down here on 3rd and short. Can he get there on the ground? They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
How about that, Chris? They run the football here on 3rd down, almost pick up the first down. What it does, though, is it gives them a much better chance if they decide to go for this of picking up that first down.
They will go for it again here on 4th down. They are 1 for 2 so far today. Here's the snap, looking to throw here. He's got it, a 4th down conversion. Drive stays alive. They bring him down, but wow, the freshman showing off the arm strength.
And I've really enjoyed watching this guy play all year, and it's been great to see him in person today. Making good decisions, accurate throws, and keeping this offense moving.
The defense drops him for a loss. He went backwards there. A 2nd down behind the sticks now.
This play's really well defended here by the defense. They try to sneak the back out. The defense is aware of it. Not only aware of it, keep him short of the line of scrimmage for a loss. Sometimes those back...
And looking for a big play here. And the pass is dropped. Would have been a big gain, but he couldn't hold on. So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. 3rd and long. He shreds the tackle. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Well, they don't block the defensive end and shows some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
4th down, looking to throw for it. And he's going to fire this one deep down the middle. Deep shot caught out of the 15.
Chris, I'm kind of surprised they're still taking shots downfield. They got a big lead. We're in the 4th quarter. Run the ball. Get out of dodge. Keep everybody healthy. From
inside the red zone, they're looking to throw. The pass rush closing in. And it's incomplete. Just 5 seconds left on the clock now.
And I am so impressed with the athletic ability and speed of this defense. Quarterback does a pretty good job of keeping the play alive, scrambling off to his right, but that defense...
Touchdown, Hurricanes. And the route is on. Well, Kirk, this quarterback told us this is my time to shine, a playoff game. He has gone out and backed that up so far.
Yeah, he's done everything that's been asked of him and more. Just a great job of getting into a rhythm. Really tough to defend. Right now, the defensive coordinator, you can see him down there. He's throwing his headset. He's frustrated. He's got to come up with some new wrinkles to try to slow this guy down.
Well, that's a great performance in the pressure moment, but now the job gets even more exciting, even bigger as they go on to the national championship game and play for that trophy.
And this is a new era. I mean, think about the weeks, the amount of games that these guys have been able to play, and to be able to accomplish this, to get to the national championship, that says everything about the endurance of this football team, both mentally and physically, and they get one more hurdle to see if they can become the national champs.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. From Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.